Moving on to Eggs Baby Shaman. We have Shaman. Everyone loves Shaman because of Evolved Shaman, and then it became a meme. Like, Shaman's literally just gone from like, and maybe it's coming back up again. Let's see. They're kind of pushing spell damage, which is like we all love it when Blizzard forces archetypes down us. Like Heal Druid, that one went down really well. But they're forcing spell damage down us this time. So after your hero attack, gain spell damage +1 this turn. That's a 4. It's just a good weapon. It gives you the spell damage on command as well as like a ping. It's a 4 or 5. I think this is really, really good. If spell damage Shaman is good, it's 5. It's gonna define the deck for sure. It definitely gets played in some kind of spell damage Shaman. It's a 4 for sure. It's an N-star Omega 4. Tidal Wave has potential in my opinion. Tidal Wave. That's about all I can say about it. Like, if Control Shaman exists, you probably run like 1 Tidal Wave. It's not the strongest AoE. Just dealing 3 damage usually isn't good enough on turn 8, because you're on turn 8, you're putting down big minions, 5 health minions, 6 health minions. But the heal is good enough that means you don't have to full clear the board. Also, we're in spell damage, so you play like Rune Dagger before, you dagger, you swing the Tidal Wave, now it does 4 AoE, it's Nozari, it's 3. I don't think it's like the most broken thing in the world. Actually, you know what? No, they have to have a lot of minions. You can actually play around it. You play around it by not going wide. If you don't go wide, you play around this pretty well. So it's a 3. This is a 4. This card is scary. This card is like giga scary. The ability to like... Yeah, this card's giga scary. Just because you can do it with spell damage. Again, this card is bringing everything together. Rickrolling for no reason. Yo, Fodas, thanks for the follow. I'm just getting rickrolled and copy striked. Also damages your minions. True, you can like totem just for the 3 health. That's not bad. This card just does broken things. You can get like... I think I'd rather run the 8-mana 4/8 win for your lifesteal. Why not run both? Both is good. Both is more healing. Sticks, you can Lightning Bloom twice, or you just Lightning Bloom the same turn, and then you get it for free. But yeah, it's pretty good. I give this a 4-star. 4-star. Trump reviews. Molten Blast. Deal 2 damage, some of that. It's Implosion. It's Implosion, but it costs less. You can double Rock Bite and Doomhammer. True. There's a lot of broken stuff you can do with this. I see this card getting some sort of, like... It's going to do something broken soon. I don't know what's... Someone's going to find it, but it's going to be really good. Really good with spell damage. It's Implosion. You play it with... Oh, yeah, what? We're back to the Dagger. The Dagger that carries the set. This is the Dagger that carries the whole class. Yeah, 3 mana, summon 2/3/3, a bunch of 3/3. It's kind of like Serpent Shrine Portal. It reminds me of Serpent Shrine Portal without the overload and like guaranteed 3/3 on average, but like worse. I think it's worse than Serpent Portal, so I think it's a 2. I don't think going wide is that relevant in Shaman unless you're playing like Bloodlust, in which case you maybe run this, but then you have to run spell damage as well as Bloodlust. It just doesn't seem to like understand synergy, you know what I mean? Yeah, I think it's a 2. It doesn't synergize with the right stuff together. It kind of synergizes a little bit with spell damage, a little bit with tokens, like, and you really don't really know which way to go. That's what I see from this. Totem Goliath is a 5. Like, this is my hot take. I'm allowed like 1 hot take per class. This is my hot take. Implosion was good, like 3 years ago. Implosion was good 3 years ago or 4 years ago or whatever. Was it 3 years ago? Some years ago. But this is like you low roll Implosion every time for 1 less mana. I don't think it's good. Anyway, let's move on. I'm so bad for like evaluating a card and then going back to the one before because I see something in chat. Totem Goliath. Summon all 4 basic totems Death Rattle. I think it's 5. Like, good luck trying to remove this. Good luck trying to remove this whole thing and all the totems in 1 turn on turn 5. Like, if this comes down on turn 5, I don't know how you remove all of it. Like, good luck trying to remove 2 boards. As well as just all the stats. If it had Taunt, it would be insane. The fact that it doesn't have Taunt means you can kind of just ignore it sometimes. But in Totem Shaman, this gives it the longevity that it kind of needed and the ability to get back on board. So, it's a 5. It gives Totem Shaman... It defines Totem Shaman. If Totem Shaman's going to be good, it's going to be because of this card. You can play this, and they have to deal with it, and if they don't deal with it, you get Totemic Reflection off on this. Like, it's so hard, because if you don't deal with it, you can get punished by Reflection. If you do deal with it, you can get punished by, like, Bloodlust. So, it's it's like you get punished by so much stuff. So it's like, what do you do with it? You have to full clear the whole thing in one turn. You try full clear up 5, 12 or whatever in one turn. Yeah, it's a 5 for sure. It's just hard to remove. Instructor Fireheart, Battle Cry, discover spell. That costs 1 or more. Because discovering Lightning Blooms is OP. If you play it this turn, repeat the effect. I think Shaman kind of needed some longevity. I'm going to go with a 4. I think Shaman needed some kind of... I think you just play this in every Shaman deck, basically, right? Just because it's like a Volpura Scoundrel at worst. At worst, you get a Volpura. At best, potential OTK. What is this OTK? Oh, it's Reddit. I love Reddit. Lightning Bloom, Dwarven Archaeologist, Fireheart, and then you hit 10 lightning bolts. This is true. You can try that. I don't know how good I'm at hitting 10 lightning bolts, but that's fair. I mean, you might actually run that 2-drop. No cap, though. You might just run this 2-drop. Like, and just play a couple of these. Play 2 of these, and you can probably go infinite. Maybe we try that. Maybe we try getting trolled with that one. But, no, I think in general, just it's a Volpura Scoundrel at worst. Like, it just discovers cards. You get versatile. It's not as, like, OP as you think, just because you probably only get, like, 2 spells off. You probably get, like, 1 cheap spell and then, like, 1 small, like, bigger spell. But no, I think it's decent. It's a 3 or 4. It probably just goes in every Shaman deck. So playable in meta decks seems like a reasonable place to put it. I don't think cycling is your main thing, though. Like, what's the point of cycling a million 1-mana spells? I think it's more useful use is not just... Because cycling a million spells doesn't do anything. It just overloads you. The thing you actually want to do is just find the spell you're looking for. Like, yeah, sure, the repeat the effect doesn't really have to be there. Playable. 4 is played in meta decks, no? Has potential is 3. 4 is played in meta decks. 2 is maybe playable. So it's a 4. I think it gets played in pretty much every Shaman deck, but just as like a Volpura, and you maybe get 2 spells off it, so it's a bit better than a Volpura Scoundrel, and that's it. Moving on to the Mage and Shaman. So basically, we just give spell damage to everything. This is the design philosophy. We just put spell damage on every card, and this is Mage and Shaman design. Discover spell damage menu. Your next one costs 1 less. This is sick. This card is pretty good. I give it a 3. You can hit on turn 1. You can guarantee this the 1-mana 1/3. You can hit the 3-mana, the 4-mana 5/7. So you can hit spell. Why do I forget names? Dude, he has a name. He's like spell something. I think. Dude, I just googled spell. This was the dumbest plan. Squall Hunter. Not spell something. So, you can get this. You can get another Solarian, OP. You can get this every time. I will roll this every time. This is pretty bad. This doesn't get into spell damage. You can hit this. Nutty. You can hit this. Nutty. Most of these suck, but don't hit these ones. You basically want to hit, like, Solarian, Lab Partner, sort of Azure, but not really, Vashj, Squall Hunter, and always Mana Reservoir, because OP. And you can hit Thanos. Thanos is, I think it's pretty good. I think there's 3-star. I think that there's, like, a lot of good ones to hit. And if you can hit the good one, Ogre Magi in the pool, Pug Champ. You can also hit Ogre Magi, so, like, seems pretty good. Trick Totem, it's like Puzzle Box, but like they downsized it this time because they know how much everyone hated Big Puzzle. I hate this card. Because it's going to go in Totem Shaman. It's a 4. It goes in Totem Shaman. It's playable in Totem Shaman. It, like, in Totem Shaman, it gets played. The annoying thing is, it can cast Totemic Reflection on itself. Like, that's going to happen to someone, and they're just going to lose. If we go Spell, I guess. Whoops. Just hit my mic. Spell, and then we go Shaman, then we go 1, 2, 3. Where are they? Have I got just wait? Where are the spells gone? Okay, let's go. So you can hit Earth Shock on yourself. That's gonna happen a bunch. This is gonna down. Yo, see you later, Blum Blum. Thanks so much for the raid, man. I think it's not good even in Totem Shaman. I mean, you still play this and Evil Totem, right? You just need more totems. Totems are always good. Like, you can't have too many totems. It can hit Invocation. It can hit Feral Spirit. Like, that's insane. It's from any class? Oh, that's even more aids. Oh, I give up. If it's any class, we have no way to review this. It's still 4. But you can land any kind of crap. Like, oh, that's disgusting. I hate this card. I hate it. Like, you can't even evaluate this because, like, it's OP when it hits good spells and it's trash when it hits bad spells. So I guess, yeah, it's just like, it probably goes in Totem Shaman, which is why I was giving it 4, because it will be played in meta decks, which is kind of how we rate it, but it's probably, this is a, okay, yeah, we'll move on. This is a 5, instant 5. One of the best removal cards in the game. We saw how strong Devolve was. This is Devolve that costs 1 less. Often, if your opponent has 7 minions, you're going to lose anyway. Your opponent, to stay in the game, your opponent like usually has like 3 to 4 to 5 minions. You remove some of them, you're Devolving Missiles, beats Edwin, beats any Buffy stuff, beats Paladin so hard. Like, Libram Paladin is done. Libram Paladin is donezo out here. Because, like, it can hit the same minion more than once. That's true. That makes it a little bit worse. But I still think it's really strong. Like, I still think even if it can hit the same minion more than once, it just sucks for anyone who wants to buff anything. Like, Survival of the Fittest, true, but then everything they're bored and, like, hand still gets buffed, so still kind of OP. What do you do in your spare time outside of Hearthstone? Previous background with card games? Nope, I play Hearthstone in my spare time. That's so sad. I used to play sports and stuff before some guy ate a bat. Also kind of augmentation combo stuff in Demon Hunter. Yeah, it's just really, really good. It's just nutty. Now we have Rasputin himself. And I don't know how I'm rating Mr. Ras Frost Whisper. Improved by spell damage. You want to be playing this in turn 5. But you probably have spell damage down. It's insane with the totem. You play this in Shaman and Mage. He skills with spell. Yeah, it's a 4. It's just a 4. It's 3 or 4. I'm gonna go 4. I think this card's really good. Ogre Magi on 4. This guy. Okay, you've convinced me. This is a 4. At worst, it's a Dreadlord. At best, it's freaking insane. At best, it's like, I don't even know, Flame Strike. Like, it's okay with Malygos. Like, probably most likely with like Mozaki boards, you can like stick Mozaki. You stick this. They never get on board. It goes face. Okay, well this is disgusting. This card might even be a 5. I just don't know how viable spell damage is gonna be, which is why I'm giving it a 4. Like, spell damage, Shaman and Mage aren't gonna be carried by this card. They're gonna be carried by the spell damage cards. So this is why it's not a 5. It's not carrying the deck. It's just making the deck stronger, but without carrying it. Does that make sense? Because I don't know. I think it's out. You have got the study as well. Are we done yet? We're still not done. Let's go to the next one. If you've made it to the end of the video, this is the outro that's going to be on every single card review that I do. I guess for forever. Just reuse this on every video. If you're new, please drop a like, subscribe. Check out my stream out at twitch.tv/liquidox with like a couple of underscores or some whatever. Oh, this is great. And yeah, turn on the notification bell so you'll be notified when I go live. Will it be next week? When I go live, when I post a video, will it be next week? Will it be next month? Will it be tomorrow? Who knows? You'll know if you have the bell on. So yeah, have a good day. Stay hydrated. Go outside a bit. Peace.